Nancy, there's a Florida representative. He joined my show about 6-7 weeks ago. His name is Sabatini, Anthony Sabatini.
I've heard of him.
I asked him this question. He's 33, educated at the University of Florida Law School.
Right.
Okay, he's a great guy. He's similar to you. He's a patriot. I don't know if he served. I don't know if he did military or not. I don't know, but he's a patriot.
You don't have to serve to be a patriot.
Yeah.
Not in my book, anyways.
So a lot of people say follow the money.
Yes.
And you follow the money. I mean, you're throwing out the profits that
Yes.
Pfizer's made. So if I ask you this question, I want to get your response. And I'm going to leave the institution blank. So when I asked him, I says, what do you think of this institution? He said it's unconstitutional and needs to be repealed. So I'm going to ask you, what are your thoughts on this institution? This is the institution. If you follow the money, you arrive to something in the United States called the Federal Reserve Central Bank.
Oh my God. That was the beginning of the end. They were the beginning of our end. Yeah, they need to be completely dissolved. We need to take back our own currency. I mean, why do we need to depend on There's nothing federal about them.
How do you know that?
There's nothing reserved.
There's no gold?
No.
Well, there's no gold standard. You know that.
They are a private entity. No. Oh, boy. Yeah.
So is it possible that the shareholders of that institution could be possibly manipulating?
Absolutely. They're manipulating the market in general.
Which could also include the profits for the pharmaceutical companies that the federal government protects.
Yes. Don't you know, I heard, again, you have to look this up yourself because I can't even remember where I heard it, but the U.S. government shares the patents to some of the COVID-19 vaccines. So they're also profiting from these vaccines. Okay. So, we're talking about the Federal Reserve. I mean, all those, it just needs to be abolished completely. I mean, the corruption that's running inside the Fed is mind-blowing. And how people don't see it is beyond me.
Do you have peers, people that you know that know what you know and understand what you know?
Some, yes, but they're not as outspoken as I am. Everyone chooses to keep their opinions to themselves, and which, honestly, I think is the worst thing you can do at this point in time right now. Exactly.
And they're allowing themselves to remain silent.
Yes, for fear of what
being
I'm
ostracized.
Going through. Yeah, for fear of what I'm going through right now. Because nobody wants to stand up and do something about what's going on until it comes out and affects them directly. I've been pissed off about this since the start of 2020, I mean, no, I didn't think I was going to end up in this boat, but that was me being naive still, I guess. Me still not wanting to see that the country that I've loved and given so much of my life for has turned around and basically spit in my face, But hey, this is where I'm at. And so, no, I'm not going to stay silent. I'm not going to stay silent. I'm not going to take it lying down. I don't know if it's the Latina in me, or I don't know if it's the New York in me, but I'm just not going to take this lying down. I can't. if anyone, if I can be an example to someone else, then I'm all for it. You know. Like I said, I like to be able to do things that mean something, and this means something to me.
So let's say, whether it's through the discharge or, look, maybe something steps in and you continue your employment, and hey, maybe that happens. But let's take the road of you disconnect your association, you're no longer working, whatever that end means, or whatever that means. What's next for you? You start over, you find employment, you take care of yourself, but now your voice continues and your stance continues.
Yeah.
And you've sacrificed a couple decades worth of experience and loyalty.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm going to be pissed off for years to come. So somebody's going to hear my mouth. I don't know in what aspect, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Because I don't even know right now.
And you feel alone.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you have any allies in this.
I haven't even been able to find a lawyer. Like, honestly, I'm not made of money either. So I don't know how I'm going to fight this, but I am. It's just, right now I'm just taking it one day at a time, Hopefully I'll be able to find some representation and somebody that will be able to articulate my stance, adequately and professionally. Because if you leave it up to me, I'm gonna throw out a couple F-bombs and call it a day. Honestly, I'm so angry right now. It takes everything in me to control my emotions each and every day. Each and every day.
Actually, trying to get one early, they did take my car. The charge thing was.
And I'm not one to hide how I feel. I wear my emotions on my sleeve, And so it takes a lot lately. Like, I'm on the brink of tears every day, and that
family
anger.
Support you?
They've all taken the shot. They're all up in New York. They've all taken the shot. They don't. No, I'm on my own on this one. So, yeah. But it's okay. I have God on my side. And I've got, friends. I mean, they're not with me, close to me, but I've got friends I can lean on. And we'll see, one day at a time, right? We'll see what happens. I'm very anxious for this coming year because there's a lot of things happening, especially with that Ghislaine Maxwell trial. That boomerang is coming back, and it's coming back hard. It all connects. I've been looking at that. I've been looking at all the parties involved with that case, the named co-conspirators. If you look at the list, you just got to look it up yourself because you won't find it on CNN or NBC. It's not going to be there because they're not going to want you to know about it. You got to look it up. There's reasons why people are stepping down left and right from different corporations out of whatever reason. And really, now you're stepping down? It's not coincidence anymore. It's not coincidence anymore. Just saying. So, there's that. You're giving me this look. I'm like,
what look am I giving you?
Like thoroughly concentrated. So that's it's exciting what's happening because they're gonna get to the bottom of everything. Okay, I'm hopeful but skeptical because of, you know who the prosecuting attorney is, right?
No, I haven't followed it.
It's James Comey's daughter. Yeah, prosecuting attorney is Comey's daughter. And the judge presiding over the case got nominated for a lifetime appointment by Biden. 2-3 months before the case? That's purely coincidence, okay? Oh yeah, I love that look on your face. Yeah. But hey, don't let me tell you about all this. You gotta look it up yourself. Make your own decision. And you tell me if it's coincidence. 'Cause at this point, it's all just comical to me.
It's under one boy in between.
It's comical.
Yancy Martinez, ladies and gentlemen, and Yancy, you're very brave.
Thank you.
But that's what your country is, right? It's made up of the land of the brave, and unfortunately, many of those brave may have fallen off,
Yeah.
or forgotten that they have the bravado or strength to take this position that you've taken.
Yeah. Do what's right at all costs.
What does that mean, Yancy? At all costs?
At the cost of your livelihood, your well-being.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
willing to risk everything because you got to stand for something. You know that saying, stand for something or fall for everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not falling for anything else ever again. I'm not. I've fallen for enough. That's it. That's it. I'm nobody's fool. Like, it's too much.
It's too far. It's gone too far.
It's gone too far. We have let it gone too far. We have gotten so involved in our own lives. We have not stopped to take a look around at what's happening around us. We have not stopped to take a look at what's happening in our own communities.
And now inside of us, if
Yes,
these injections are
and
right,
inside of us.
It's now inside of us.
Yeah, yeah,
It's now a synthetic
yes.
S
Inside-
protein
Yeah,
that is now changing the DNA inside of us.
yeah, inside of our children.
But we're not taking the time to realize that.
Yeah. And hey, I don't have any children, but I'll stand up and fight for your children any day. Any day. You know why? Because who else do they have to fight for them but us? So I'd rather be the one fighting for them instead of harming them. I will never harm a child, and I would rather not come across someone who harms a child because it won't be good for them. That's my stance on that.
So let's leave listeners, Yancy, with some closing comments, some closing thoughts. I mean, they're listening, right? I mean, you're listening to a woman that's faithfully served her country. These are the people that you're the people, Yancy, frankly, that people like me take for granted.
Yeah.
As we lay our head on our pillow each night, and we know we have disruption in the country.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Yeah.
But still, it is still the safest country on the planet, and in large part because of people that are trained like you to defend it.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you're defending not necessarily the Constitution in the country. You've defended banking corruption that's
Yeah.
manipulated the maneuvers and the wars of the country.
We're having,
Nonetheless, yeah.
we're having to defend against the rampant corruption and the deceit from our own government that's been going on for way too long.
1913, if you go back to the Federal Reserve, right?
Exactly.
And some of these European powers, they've been around much longer than the United States, and they're still powers. They're still
Yes.
forces to be reckoned with.
Yes. Yes.
So the stealth enemy may not be that stealth if we follow the money.
Exactly. They're not that stealth if you follow the money.
We're wearing clothing that's likely been
Yeah.
made in China. But we've allowed that to happen.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. We've allowed it to get so entrenched in every single aspect of our lives that if I don't want to be funding them, like, I basically have to go live in the mountains and live off the land and forage for everything, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can't really trust anything. Food, like agriculture, everything. So, yeah.
So what do you leave for listeners? What do you want them to walk away with? What's the message?
Stop being silent. Okay? Stop keeping your opinions to yourself. Speak out. Let your voice be heard. Okay? Because there are more of us than there are of them. We are the majority. And for some reason, these freaking oligarchs think that they're going to preside over us and tell us what to do, dictate what we do, dictate what we put in our bodies, what we purchase, what we eat. And no, that needs to stop. You need to strap on your freaking, boots and big girl, big boy pants on and shout it from the mountaintops. We're not going to let this happen anymore because our country is slipping away from us. Right from the grasp of our little fingertips, okay? That freedom that we love to say so much, oh yeah, freedom, we're free. Yeah, that's being ripped away from you.
He's coming.
And this is how it starts. When they slap a mask on your face, they slap a mask on your child, they hit you with a needle, they hit your kid with a needle, and they say, no, you're gonna keep on getting this needle. Just because. If that's the life you want to live, then maybe you should move out to one of these countries where they like that stuff to go on a daily basis, but not here. I didn't give 20-something years of my life for that. So speak up, say something, stop being a coward. And stop letting other people come to the fight, because you all need to fight. Like I said, you don't need to have served to be a patriot. If you love this country, you loved what this country stands for, then you need to stand up for it and fight for it. Say something, That's it.
Okay. Yancy Martinez, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.